Hey guys, it's Jacob.
And Allie.
There are so many incredible explainer videos out there that you can learn about everything from neutron stars to how to cook a lobster in a microwave.
No. But have you ever thought you learned everything there was to know about evolutionary biology from a 1-minute video, only to realize at the end that you're still an idiot?
Guys, I just learned a little bit about dual inheritance theory.
What is it? Tell us.
Well, it's dual.
Been there.
Today we're taking on some of the most advanced concepts out there.
And we're putting each other to the test. We're each gonna take turns watching complicated explainer videos, and then we're gonna have 15 seconds to prove that we can brain.
The only wrong answer is I don't know. Ready?
Let's do it.
How much do you know about quantum physics?
Nothing.
Perfect. This is minute physics explanation of the uncertainty principle.
The frequency of a wave is how close the wave crests are to each other, and the position of a wave is where the wave is. But for a wave pulse, it's pretty easy to see where the wave is. So now that we know where the pulse is, what's its frequency? A localized pulse doesn't really wave, so we can't measure the frequency of its crest. And that's the uncertainty principle in a nutshell.
Your time begins now. What is the uncertainty principle?
The uncertainty principle is the principle in which you can know the frequency of something because it's Can I watch the end of that video one more time? Hold on.
Nope.
I gotta go back.
Nope.
Everybody stop
Nope.
it! Everybody stop it! Hold on.
I don't think you got it.
Do you even understand it?
Not totally, but
exactly. I know you're a huge fan of hockey, but what about good old American football?
Nope.
The challenge that I picked for you is Fraser Davidson's Guide to American Football.
Yeah.
Each team's 11 offensive players take to the field against their 11 defensive adversaries.
They have 4 opportunities or downs to advance the pigskin 10 yards
That's
down
too many
the
numbers.
field,
What?
and in doing so, earn another 4 precious downs.
And barring a few hundred pages of regulatory minutia, it's just that simple.
You have 15 seconds on the clock. How many yards does an offense need to get it first down?
50.
Wrong. 10. How many points is a safety?
2.
You get 4 downs to move the ball. How many yards?
10.
What would you scream out if you were watching the game and something great happened?
Football!
This is so much easier than quantum physics.
Carly,
Miles.
you're an only child.
Yeah.
How do you feel about sharing your toys?
Miles, I'm a grown woman.
Oh,
I don't
wait,
need to...
hold on. How do you feel about sharing your cats?
No, you can never have them. They are mine.
Okay, cat lady. The geniuses at Wisecrack recently posted the newest episode of 8-Bit Philosophy, and this time it's all about Marxism.
Marx believed that it is not conflict of ideas that propels history, rather conflict arising out of our relation to material goods. For the worker to produce efficiently, the capitalist tells them they are in constant competition for their job, turning our fellow man into an adversary. Because we are forced to make things that we have no personal investment in, our lives become a burden.
Do you think you learned something? How does Marx define the term alienation?
Oh, alienation is when a worker is alienated from the product he is making. Because of the person above him, who is usually corrupt because of all of their wealth, and the worker doesn't see themselves reflected in their product. I learned something! Miles, I'm actually glad that you brought a video from Wisecrack because I also brought you a video from Wisecrack.
Well, that's because great minds
Think a lot.
Sure.
In the latest episode of Thug Notes, Sparky Sweets is talking about the long, complicated, yet magical novel of 100 Years of Solitude.
Jose Arcadio Buendia has a trippy dream about a swanked out city that got mirrors for walls, and thus Macondo is born. He settles there with his biddy Ursula Iguaras. At first, Macondo is a fly spot, but eventually the civilized world starts getting all up in their turf, and a civil war busts out.
Your time starts now. Explain 100 Years of Solitude.
It's a book that spans 7 generations about the founder of a city called Macondo and sort of the evolution of the city as industrialization encroaches on his utopia.
What was the main character's wife's name?
Ursula.
What kind of plantation owners came to Macondo?
Bananas.
I'm actually quite impressed.
Miles Award for exceptional memory retention.
For this last round, we're gonna mix it up a little bit. Bitcoin, so misunderstood, so mysterious. So this was put out by We Use Coins, a website looking to explain Bitcoin to a wider audience.
Bitcoins are digital coins you can send through the internet, transferred directly from person to person without going through a bank or clearinghouse. This means that the fees are much lower. The Bitcoin network is secured by individuals called miners. Miners are rewarded newly generated Bitcoins for verifying transactions.
You're gonna explain it together, 15 seconds on the clock, but you have to go every other word.
What the f?
Go.
Bitcoin
Is
a
decentralized
digital
currency
that
does
lots
of
innovation
no
cost fees problem.
Nailed it.
I would give you guys like a B plus A minus, but I will say one thing. It's actually a lot more complicated than that.
Fair.
Says you.
If you guys think that you could take them down, drop your explanation in the comments. One word, one commenter at a time. All right, guys, it's my favorite time of the week. We're gonna answer some of your comments and questions.
Sunny Joe asks, could you guys show some embarrassing baby pics on a show sometime?
No problem, Sunny Joe. Here you go. Who do you think's who? Leave your answers in the comments. Ernest, you were handsome. Fire Viper 411 wants to know, can you guys twerk or awkwardly dance?
We can do both.
And finally, IPO Bananas demands, go LARPing.
Okay.
Let's keep the comments coming.
We love answering them.
Now play us out, Talking Heads.
And you may